So today we're going to make some muffins. Well, I say we. How do you make muffins?
Gluten-free muffins.
Oh, good.
Have no gluten involved whatsoever. First of all, you turn the oven on and you make sure there's enough room for muffins in there. Then you put muffin casing. Look at that, I managed to pull out exactly 6. Totally by accident. Obvs. And you'll need a liquid measuring pot. So it says liquid on the side there. And you need some vegetable oil. There's a bloke that used to go to a pub that used to say vegetable, not vegetable. And you need about 80, and it only marks it in 100, so you just go a bit short, approximate. And then you need to fill it up with milk, which is over here, lactose-free milk.
Does it have to be lactose-free milk for it to be a gluten-free muffin?
No, but it's for if you're gluten and lactose intolerant, then it's ideal. So you take that up to the 200, which means there's about 120 mils of milk in there, approximately. And then into that you crack an egg. 1 egg cracked. Make sure it's not off. Make a lovely little mess like that. Then you need your mixing dish and your free from gluten-free well, it can be plain, it can be self-raising. It's up to you. And you're supposed to use, if it was a non-gluten-free, you'd use 200 grams, but with gluten-free, because gluten flour is very absorbent, you use 180 grams, 10% less. So it says 182, that will do. Don't have to be too precise, nobody's going to test you on it. And you need 100 grams of sugar, which is probably stuck in the bottom. Zhuzh up. So that'll be 282 we're aiming for here. 2, 8. This is when a big chunk falls in and you go, ah, and try to scoop it out. There we go, 282. It's caster sugar, but I'm only using it because I've got it. You can use ordinary sugar. Then you have to use some of this xanthan gum, particularly if you use plain flour, because there is some already in. Xanthan gum stops it all crumbling. It can't crumble. That was my back just snatching then. So it says for 500 grams of cake flour, or for 200 grams if you're making a cake, you need 1/4 of a teaspoon. So I'm going to go with 1/4 of a teaspoon, slightly under because there's a bit in there already. That'll do. And that stops it being all crumbly, it keeps it together. And then you have to put a bit of baking powder in, particularly important if you use, I'll just put in a 1/4 actually, no, so I want a bit more. If you use plain flour, particularly important, but self-raising is supposed to be self-raising. And then we'll go for a tidgy bit of salt. Just a tidgy bit, don't know how much that is. It's what I call a tidgy bit. And then you've got all that in there. You get out your wooden spoon and you give it a mix of your dry ingredients. And equally distribute it, like so. And then you get your smooshed up egg mixture. Try not to drop your fork in it, and you mix it in for your dry ingredients. It will look runnier when you do a gluten-free recipe. It will look of a runnier, more battery consistency for a gluten-free cake rather than creamy, just the way it is. I'm quite new to gluten-free muffins. Had a few that were more like gluten-free Yorkshire pudding. This is a bit more of a correct consistency. Like so. Make sure there's no lumps in it. You get a nice smooth consistency like that. And then we're going to make banana muffins. So for those banana, you need a skanky old banana that nobody wants to eat. So smoosh up your banana, like so. One smooshed banana. Tip in smooshed banana into mixture. You don't have to have a designated chopping board for smooshed banana, but it helps. Mix it all up together. Give it a good old beating. And you end up with that. With the lumpy bits are banana bits. Wash your hands beforehand. Or if you don't wash them, please lick them. Then you can pour it in to your little cakey holders. This is not quite as runny as the mix I did last time I made them. So we shall see what difference that makes. I don't know. Just scrape as much as you can out because it's not used to anybody when it's down the drain. That'll do. That'll reasonably even. Check that you have actually put the oven on 200. I have. And then we put a bit of brown sugar on the top. And just get it in your fingers and do a little crunchle. And now they go in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. But sometimes they take longer, sometimes they take 30 minutes. And I don't know why, it just happens that way. So it's been 20 minutes and we're going to check on the progress of El Muffinos. They don't look quite done to me. But we'll just check with the skewer. No, they're not, I think a bit longer. Right, so we're 5 minutes later. Let's see if they look like they've had a week in Benidorm. Oh yes, that looks better. Poke in the skewer. Yeah, looks done. Nothing stuck to the skewer. There we go. Get them out of the oven. And then we get them out of the thing. Out of the pan to cool down. Some are bigger than others, so we'll see Holly musing over which one's the biggest. Between you and me, it's that one. And there you go. Gluten-free banana muffins.